Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My students, please open your course books, page 73. This is the second part or part 2 of the same lesson that we took last time, user guide. Okay, so this is part 2. Now, these are the objectives of our lesson. After studying the examples, students should write a troubleshooting guide based on a dialogue. Okay, so we will have dialogues between a customer service or the service hotline and a customer who is having a problem. So we need to give him instructions. We need to give him help how to solve his problem. Number 2, after studying the examples, students should give short answers correctly. Short answers are very easy. I told you last time how to give short answers. We use yes or no. For example, I say, "Are you ready?" You say, "Yes, I am." So this is a short answer. Is Ali at home? No, he is not. This is a short answer as well. Okay. Now here, as you see in exercise number 5, here is the dialogue that happened between the customer service and the service hotline. Okay. Now each bullet, this one is a bullet. Hello, service hotline here. Mike speaking. How can I help you? Now here, the customer service is speaking. Yes, now the customer himself said, "Hello, I've got a problem with my printer. It doesn't print." Okay, now this is a dialogue. Now each dialogue or each short dialogue should have a troubleshooting guide here. Here is the guide. Here is the problem and here is the solution, the answer. Here is the guide how to solve the problem. So now the answer here, or the guide that the service or the customer service gave to the customer: if you can't print, check the cable between the printer and the customer and the computer. Sorry. Now to make it easy, I have split it into small parts here. Okay, I mean that I have written each sentence or 2 sentences with each other to make it easier for you. Okay, so I said here, I've got a problem with my printer. It doesn't print. Now, can you think of the guide that you can give to the customer here? Yes, please give yourself a chance to think before you see the answers here. So, yes, thank you. Now, if you can't print, check the cable between the printer and the computer. Now, the first part of the guide, I bring it from here, from the conversation or from the dialogue itself, He said here that I've got a problem with my printer. It doesn't print. Now here I say, if you can't print, it's from here. If you can't print, what's the solution? What's the suggestion? What should you do? You should check the cable between the printer and the computer, right? You should check the cable between the printer and the computer. Maybe the cable is not fixed or it's loose or something like that. There's a problem. So you should check the cable. So if you can't print, what should you do? Check the cable between the printer and the computer. Okay? So the first part, I get it from here, and the second part, I get it from here, the solution. Okay? Now please look at the next dialogue. Now, okay, first check the cable between the printer and the computer. Is it loose? Is it loose? Yes. So what should you do now? Now, if the cable is loose, you should what? Connect the cable. So I get the first part from here. Okay? Here is the first part, and here is the second part of the instruction or the guide. Again, if it is loose or if the cable is loose, what should you do? Connect the cable. Okay? Yes. Now look at the next one. Now check the power. Is the power on? Is it on? Now, if the print is the printer on? Yes, is the printer on? Sometimes you might forget to switch on the power of the printer. Yeah, is it on or off? So is the printer on? Yes, it is. So here I say, if the printer isn't on, check the power. If the printer is not on, you should check the power. Okay, now look at the next one. Right, now try to print. Is it printing? No, it's not. Wow, it's not printing. So if the printer is not or isn't printing, what should you do? Now check the paper. So if it's not printing, there is a suggestion here. Check the paper. Maybe there's no paper in the printer. So if the printer is not printing or isn't printing, check the paper. Okay, now is there any paper in the printer? No, there isn't. So what should he do now? What's the suggestion? What's the solution that you give him? Yes. Now, if there's not, or if there isn't any paper, put some paper in the printer. So here, the service hotline or the customer service is giving him solutions or answers. If there isn't any paper, what should he do? Put some paper in the printer. And as I or my colleague told you last time, that here we put a verb only. Check, put, okay? No need to use will. If the printer isn't printing, check the paper. You give him a verb here. Start with the verb. Check the paper. Put some paper, okay? Now, okay. Now please look at the last section. No, it doesn't. Here, before, okay. Yes. Yeah, no, it doesn't print. Till now, it doesn't print. Because he asked him, doesn't print? He said, no, it doesn't. All right. Now, there's the last suggestion or the last solution. Switch off and wait for 10 seconds, then switch on again. This is the solution that we might do with our mobile phones, with our laptops, with our computers, anything, any device. If you have a problem in that device, you might switch it off. Then after 10 seconds, you might switch it on. Switch it off and on, and most of the problems will be removed, inshallah. Okay, so now the solution, switch it off, wait for 10 seconds, then switch it again. So what's the answer now? What's the guide? What's the instruction you give to the customer? Okay, good. So if the printer doesn't print, switch it off and wait for 10 seconds, then switch it on again. Okay? I hope that you have understood this exercise. And again, I tell you, you can pause the video anytime you need. You can repeat it anytime you need. Okay, now I have put all the answers here, all at a time. Here are the answers for the whole exercise number 5. Okay? Yes. You can write them in your books or in your notebooks. Okay, now let's move on to the last exercise number 6, which is very easy. Now you need to complete the dialogues with short answers. Short answers, yes or no, okay? But you should use the proper pronoun. Do you live near here? He said, here there's a gap. I live less than a kilometer away. Less than 1 kilometer away. So he said, yes, I do. Do you live here? Yes, I do. Okay, now the second question. Do you work at BMW? There's a gap here. I work at Mercedes. So what do you think the answer? Does he work at BMW? Yes, thank you so much. So no, I don't. I work at Mercedes. Okay, the last, number 3, sorry. Are you in IT? I am in engineering. So he is in a different section or department, right? So no, I am not. I am in engineering. 4, have we met before? Have we met before? He said here, we met at the conference. Oh, yeah. So what do you think the answer? Yes or no? Yes, thank you. So yes, we have. Have we met before? Yes, we have. We met at the conference. And number 5, the last but no least, did you drive here? I came by train. He came by train. So did he drive? Did he drive? But did he drive his car or he came by train? Yes, good. So did you drive here? He said, no, I didn't. I came by train. So notice that we use did in the question and did in the answer. Here, I ask, when I ask you, you say I, okay? Yes, you, I. Here we use do in the question and do in the answer. Do. Are you? I say are you, you say I am. Okay? You change you into I and you change are into am because you can't say I are. Okay? Yes. Thank you, my students. That's all for now. And I think this will be the last lesson for the second term. Next week, inshallah, we will start revision. But please don't forget to go to the teams and answer the quiz there within 24 hours. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.